One of the big discussions around the C label or class identification label of drones is how this is actually being carried out in real life. We have known for a while now that there is a system in place, at least according to EASA, they've put a system in place that will allow the drone manufacturers to take advantage of this and basically carry out the retroactively certification of the drones. When I put out a video earlier about this topic, a long-time subscriber of the channel, Jet Martin, he kept challenging me about being more specific when I asked about these questions. So I took his suggestion and asked some very specific questions to EASA about the process. And now I have a reply, maybe not as specific as the questions asked, that I can share with you. So I basically asked, the retrospective process is meant to be an exception to the normal process, EU Regulation 219/945, and therefore doesn't apply in this situation. The second question, just to make it more concrete, I purchased a Mavic 3. If DJI opts to apply the C label retroactively, would the manufacturer be able to send me a C label that I could apply myself to the drone, or would it have to be applied by the manufacturer? Third question, if the sticker must be applied by the manufacturer, could it be applied locally in one of their local repair facilities, retail shops, or must it be applied at the manufacturer facility? I took these questions and I forwarded those to Natalie DeRobo, which is the project manager for drones at EASA, that kindly has answered questions to EASA work in the past. I guess this is kind of political, so this is why Mr. DeRobo decided to forward my request to the communication team of EASA. And I got this clarifying answer from Janet Northcote, which is the head of communication. A drone manufacturer may affix a class label on a drone, C1, C2, only after demonstrating that the design is compliant with the technical requirement defined in Regulation 219/945. Typically, activity is conducted before putting the product on the market. There is nothing new in that. We knew that the drone manufacturers, everything was going according to the book, should put this C label on the drone before they announced it to the market. The EU Commission has opened up the possibility for UAS manufacturers to check whether the UAS model that is already on the market is already compliant with the technical requirements or may need only a small update that may be introduced directly by the owner of the drone or recalling the drone to the factory. So this is super interesting because this is actually the first time that I've seen in writing that it might be possible for ourselves to do the retroactive certification of the drone. Therefore, it will be up to the drone manufacturer to assess whether this option is applicable and what is needed to make the drone fully compliant with the regulation. So if DJI somehow can justify that the drone that they've put on the market lives up to the regulation, then they can go ahead with this procedure. If the compliance has been established, the drone manufacturer may just send a class label to the owner if a change is required, assuming this would be a kit for the end user, or may ask the owner to send back the drone to the factory for the changes to be made. So I guess this boils down to how ready are the drones that DJI has released so far, how compliant are they with the regulation. If there's only small changes, as I see it, we have it in writing now that you might be able to do the retroactive certification by just applying the C label by yourself, maybe adding a small software update or such. And if the drone is far from compliant and the task is bigger that can't be handled by most users, we would most likely end up in a scenario where you have to send in your drone and get it swapped to a C-labeled model. So this is absolutely very exciting. And I guess now we just need DJI to step up to the plate and actually tell us what's going on. So I think my next step here in this process, as I don't think we will get much wiser with the EASA in regards to this, is to try and get an answer from DJI, what they are going to offer us as consumers. So I hope you like this update. I think this is really great news and we will hear something very soon what is going to happen. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you around.